I love the graphics of this game. The graphics are crisp and really brings out the darkness in the environments. The environments are varied and has a great look to them. The character models are also near perfect, and I love the way that Batman showed signs of abuse over the course of the storyline. This is graphical eye candy for the graphics whore, and the graphics gets a perfect score of a 5 out of a 5. The voice acting is amazing and really brings out the story. I love the in-game conversations that you can eavesdrop on as you play the game, and puts an extra realism into the game. The music and sound effects are spot on, and I really like the in-game music. The sound is near perfect, so the sound gets a perfect score of a 5 out of a 5. The story is awesome, and it takes place not long after the game Batman Arkham Asylum. If you love the story of the first game, you'll love this story even more. The story is dark and has some awesome twists and turns along the way, and involves plenty of new Batman characters that was not in the first game as well. The story is not perfect, but is a way above average. So the story gets an above average score of a 4 out of a 5. The gameplay should be familiar because it is very similar to the first game. That being said, the first game had perfect gameplay, so the old saying is true: if it is not broke, do not fix it. The controls are near perfect, and the fighting mechanics are great, and they're easy to get the hang of. There's a lot of stealth involved, and taking out your enemies one person at a time, or avoiding them altogether, is a preferred method over running and fighting everyone that you see. There is some variety in the enemies and how you defeat them, so you may need to change your tactics on how to defeat some enemies, which is a great touch. The boss battle fights, and especially one which I am not going to name, requires some skill and strategy to defeat. The side missions and Riddler challenges are pretty fun and are well done. Overall, the gameplay is perfect, so it gets a perfect score of a 5 out of a 5. There is no multiplayer aspect to this game, but it is good enough for a few playthroughs, and the side missions and Riddler challenges does add to the replayability somewhat, so it gets an above average score of a 4 out of a 5. This is one of the best superhero games this generation, and I recommend it to anybody that is interested in a fun action stealth game. I'm not a huge fan of Batman, and I highly enjoyed this game, so I recommend this game to Batman fans and non-Batman fans alike.